Knitting techniques. The Crossed Right Slanted Decrease. English style, left-handed. To download a guide with our 5 favorite tips to improve your knitting right now, visit newstitchaday.com/5knittips. For this tutorial, you'll need the following materials: a pair of knitting needles, and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Lion Brand for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Lion's Pride Woolspun, available exclusively at Michael's Craft Stores and lionbrand.com, in the color Taupe. The Crossed Right Slanted Decrease is a way of shaping your work by removing stitches from the fabric. Now, this decrease is different from a lot of other decreases because it is a match for the knit 2 together through the back loop, which generally will create a twisted stitch in your fabric. But that stitch, or that decrease, is a left-leaning decrease, whereas this is a right-leaning decrease. Now, there aren't actually very many right-leaning decreases in comparison to left-leaning decreases, so this is also unique in the fact that it is a right-leaning decrease. But we can see right here that the front loop here, this is actually the back loop that has been put in front of the decrease stitch. Now obviously if you are left-handed, then this technique will create a left-leaning decrease for you, but let me show you how we do this. Okay, now just a quick reminder before we start, there is no abbreviation for this decrease. You would use this in place of a knit 2 together if you were trying to match a knit through the back loop, but you'd have to add it at your own discretion. Alright, for step 1 we're going to insert our working needle into the first stitch on our main needle knitwise, and we'll slip that off. For step 2 we're going to repeat that. So insert our working needle into the first stitch on our main needle knitwise. For step 3 we will slip both stitches back to our main needle, okay, from the working needle. And for step 4 we're going to insert our working needle into both stitches, starting with the second stitch on our main needle and through the first stitch. Okay, so in knitwise through the first stitch, like so. Okay. Now for step 5 we're going to knit these 2 together, and for step 6 we will slip that off and onto our working needle. Alright, let me do that for you again one more time. We can see real quickly that twisting the stitches knitwise and placing them back is what's created that twist in the stitch, so the back loop is now in front. So I'm just going to put these back on my needle real quick, and we will start again. So again, insert and slip knitwise, slip the next stitch knitwise, place both stitches back on our main needle, and then we will knit both stitches together as one. And there you go. That's how we do the crossed right slanting decrease.
Hey, I'm Johnny Vasquez, founder of New Stitch a Day and your teacher for this tutorial. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to learn from us. If you'd like to see more videos just like this, we produce new content every single day, hence New Stitch a Day. You can click the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single stitch. And if you click one of the links to the side here, you can see the previous stitch in our series or the next stitch in our series. And if you click this link, you'll be able to see one of my favorites. And don't forget, you can also download a PDF with the written instructions for this tutorial by clicking or using the URL link that's on the screen. Again, I want to thank you so much for learning with us, and I hope that we've helped make your knitting and crochet skills a little bit better today. Yarn on!